A woman named Beverly that I worked with years ago when my children were born once made the observation that children say the darndest things. She suggested to me that I write down some of the things that they say. So I did that. And I was very careful to write down the exact quotes, verbatim. And I'm going to share with you a few of young David's quotes with you now. David, 2.5 years old. Dad, I'm just like you. David, also 2.5 years old. Dad, you're my best friend. David, a couple of months later, 2 years and 10 months, Maria was angry with David because he's got a full diaper and he's not potty training. So Maria said angrily, David, I'm not happy. David said, come here, I will tickle you and you will be happy. Maria smiled at that comment and David said, see, now you're happy. David, 4 years old. Dad, when I grow up, we can share clothes and go to work together. David, 7 years old. Dad, I have 4 socks on. David, before I continue, this is an idea Beverly gave to me, and any one of you that have young children, I suggest you do the same thing because they just say the craziest things. David, at 8 years old, his front tooth was loose, and he's excited that the tooth fairy will be coming and bringing him money. So later that evening, I said to David, it's time for bed. Go upstairs, brush your teeth, and put on your pajamas. David returned 10 minutes later, said, Dad, I brushed my teeth. The more whiter your teeth, the more moolah you get. That's why I spent a lot of time on that one. David, 10 years old. I'm taking David to a retirement party for a coworker. The party is in a bar. So I tell David on the way that the bar may require customers to be at least 21 years old and that he may not be able to get in. To that, David replied, I will tell them I'm a face cream salesman and I use my own products. That's why I look so young. David, 10 years old. 2 seconds after waking up, Mom, I need a new butt. This one's got a crack in it. David asking his sister Alaya, what do you call people who write poems and stuff? A poemologist? Maria, David, 11 years old. Maria is in Italy visiting her parents. David was in bed. I go to tuck him in, and I smell cologne in the room. I asked him, did you put on cologne? He said, yes. I'm doing that so I don't have to shower. David to Mom, Mom, we'll open a burrito restaurant and have Dad clean the toilets. David, 12 years old. I like Tuesdays at school because we have science and we do dissections and the girls get grossed out and lose their appetites and give me their food and their candy. David, 14 years old, in the car. Remember, everybody, if we get into a car accident, keep your mouth closed so you don't bite off your tongue. I missed one. David, 7 years. David, 8 years old. Dad, you farted on my birthday.
After the wedding, no relation with the function.
And the last one, I was prepping for my first colonoscopy and drinking the evil liquid that makes you go number 2 to clean you out. I mentioned to David that I'm concerned I may not be able to pick him up from wrestling practice because I need to stay near a bathroom. To that, David replied, Dad, do what any other man would do. Use duct tape. So I just have a few more things to say. The theme of my talk today is greatness. You see, I have come to the realization that I am a great man. Now, I know that's quite a declaration to make, and I don't mean it in the sense that I have built great fortunes or discovered any great secrets of the universe. My greatness, if it could be called that, comes from something far simpler and far more profound. I have succeeded in that which I believe is ultimately most important in life. I have raised a truly outstanding a truly outstanding son. That wasn't supposed to happen. I have raised a truly outstanding son. Now, in all fairness, my wife Maria deserves most of the credit, though I'm still claiming 30%, maybe 40%. When I look at David, I see not only the years of memories and milestones of his childhood that shaped him, but also the qualities he himself has cultivated that make him, in every sense of the word, a remarkable man. David, you are industrious. You have always been motivated to work hard, to pursue your goals with determination, and to see things through. Whether in your studies, your career, or the countless projects that you take on, you do everything with an energy that inspires those around you, especially me. You possess a special gift of curiosity and eagerness to learn. I can't count how many times you have approached me or called me to talk about topics that you find interesting in science, business, finance, economy, mathematics, history. You seek knowledge. You ask questions. You want to understand the world. This is something I admire deeply. Admire deeply in you. But even more touching to me, is the very fact that you want to share your thoughts and ideas about these topics with me. That's a beautiful thing, and I love that about you and about our relationship. Okay, now I've got that out of my system. You are also kind. Kindness, I believe, is perhaps the most essential virtue. David, you are considerate, patient, and attentive. It is evident in how you treat your friends, your colleagues, and perhaps most tellingly, your family. There's an old expression, watch how a man treats his mother. It tells you so much. I shared this thought with Colleen once because I think it's very insightful. From the time you were a young boy until this very day, you have shown a tenderness and respect toward your mother. That speaks volumes about your character. You call her every day just to check in, to chat, to see how she's doing, to share the day's events. You are loving and sweet to her. And you keep an eye on and you keep an eye on me to make sure I take good care of her too. And speaking of love, nothing has made me prouder or happier than watching the love that has grown between David and Colleen. He's in love, really in love. You can see it in the way he looks at her, the way he treats her, like a princess, but also like a best friend and a partner in crime. He admires her beauty and her intellect. He delights in her adventurous spirit, which I learned recently from Mr. Brady, that this adventurous spirit is a fairly new thing. Together they have built a partnership rooted in mutual respect, shared curiosity, and above all, deep affection. This gathering is a celebration of that love. It is a celebration of two people who have chosen to walk through this life side by side. As a father, I feel great joy knowing my son has found someone who sees the best in him and who brings out even more of his kindness, humor, and warmth. I want to take a moment to acknowledge my daughter, Alaya. Stand up, Alaya.
I'm already standing.
Alaya, everything I'm bragging about David applies equally to you. You are extraordinary. You're an extraordinary person in your own right, and I'm so proud to be your father. But today is David's day and Colleen's day. Here I wrote down, so sit down and stop trying to steal the limelight. but Mr. and Mrs. Brady, it has become very clear to me that you are also great. Really great. Just like Maria and me. Because you too have succeeded in that most important of roles. You have raised a standout daughter. Colleen's grace and goodness are no accident. They are a reflection of the love, values, and strength you've poured into her. And for that, I admire you. And Colleen, you are truly special. From the moment we met you, we knew there was something extraordinary about you. You are gracious, always so thoughtful, and there's a warmth to you that puts people instantly at ease. You treat people with care, and you love David in a way that has brought out even more of the good in him. You're affectionate, intelligent, beautiful, funny, and Maria and I love you. Also, you have a great dog. Doug is the best. So, To David and Colleen, may you continue to love each other with the same sweetness and devotion you have shown from the beginning. May your curiosity lead you on to adventures together, and may your kindness sustain you through whatever life brings. And may you both know always how much you are loved. And lastly, may you be fruitful and multiply and produce extraordinary offspring. Because it is this that will elevate your own greatness to surpass that of your great parents. So let us raise our glasses. David and Colleen, may your love be full of laughter, your partnership full of adventure, and your life together full of joy. To the bride and groom.